If you've been freelancing for a while, you will know that freelancing is very difficult. And if you've been doing it with Flutterflow, you'll know it's extra difficult because the no-code space is pretty new and a whole lot of persons are trying to get into the no-code space. Though there are lots of opportunities, but people do not understand why they should dump traditional development over no-code. You know, you might be seeing all the buzz on Twitter and think that the entire world is embracing no-code, but that's not true. Come out of your door or get out of the building and ask 20 persons and hear if anyone will know about Flutterflow or know about no-code. The chances of you finding someone who know about any of this tool will be very difficult, will be very hard. If you've made up your mind to freelance with Flutterflow and you're not doing it the right way, you might end up in this unending loop, right? Where you just keep on trying to make a living. And you just keep on going, trying to make a living. But at the end of the day, you just end up in a low-paying job where you're either paid per hour or you're paid per day, way below your potential. Right, I want to give you a backstory. So personally, I never used to design with Flutterflow before. I was using Bubble, I was using Adalo, I was using WordPress. Those were my tool of choice at that time. But once I discovered Flutterflow, I knew it was a game changer because the team was really fast. The team was fast, yes, and iteration was very good, and I knew that the mobile market was very huge. There were a lot of persons designing for web, but the mobile market was very huge, and so I decided to jump into Flutterflow where I could design for both mobile and iOS, right? But the thing is, Adalo was already doing that, but Flutterflow came with a whole new reality of what UI can be. So UI was unbelievable with Flutterflow. You could design UI as much as you want. I mean, even now Flutterflow has a whole lot of tools. They have a whole lot of UI choices that you can make. Even 2 years ago, you could design very beautiful, very brilliant UI with Flutterflow, and that's one of the reasons why I jumped into it. And while I was exploring Flutterflow, I saw a very huge opportunity. Some persons reached out to me and I began to work with it. I began to freelance with it. At the beginning, the price was pretty low, but as I kept on going, I began to experience a surge in my price, began to experience increase in my price, and even now, my charge has my price has doubled more than 10 times, right? Building with Flutterflow, freelancing with Flutterflow, and working on different projects for clients all over the world, right? But I've seen a whole lot of persons reach out to me from my YouTube channel and from my community asking me, what do I think? What do I think about freelancing with Flutterflow? How do I become a freelancer? How do I earn money with Flutterflow? Right. For me, I did it the wrong way. Before now, I used Upwork. Yes, I used Upwork. I used Fiverr. You know, I used different online tools to get jobs. So even though Fiverr was a cool place to get started with, but it was too cheap. It was too affordable. So you can't even imagine on Fiverr that someone can ask you to build an app for $150. That's the kind of amount of money that some persons earn per hour working on no-code projects, working on Flutterflow projects. And so I checked out Fiverr, right, and it was too cheap, it was too affordable, I couldn't really stand it. And then I checked out Upwork. You know, Upwork was cool. It was a lot more pricey, but the competition was insane because somehow somebody might put a job and say, I'm looking for a Flutterflow developer, and then he's putting as much as maybe 1K, sometimes 1.5 as a budget, sometimes even 500 as a budget, and you might have like 50 persons applying for that particular gig, right? And that means that gives you a chance of 1 over 50, and if you know your Upwork game very well, that might give you a chance of maybe 1 over 10 of getting that job. And even when you get it on Upwork, as a Nigerian, right? As a Nigerian, because I'm freelancing currently from Nigeria, I'm working from Nigeria. As a Nigerian, there's the chances of your account getting locked is very high, right? Very high, right? I remember one time I had this client I was working with on Upwork, and the client paid me some money. The client was in the US at that time, paid me some money, and Upwork just locked my account. They just locked my account and said I have to verify. So I had to send screenshot of the chart, of my own private chart with the client, WhatsApp email screenshot. I had to send email of the contract. I have to send details of the project. I had to send my IDs. I had to send everything that says my name is Paul to Upwork. All very private documents. I had to send all of those to Upwork, and it was really insane. Still, they did not open my account. The other person in the US was a very good person. The client was very good, helped me to send her documents, vouch for me and say, hey, she's working with me, it's okay. You know, it took, say, 4 months because they locked my account in November and opened it in February. So it took me 4 months of just going back and forth with Upwork and waiting for them to open my account. You know, I've heard stories of, you know, a lot of persons who are probably Africans, who are from, you know, developing countries. They can just get locked up. Why? Because someone from a developed country is doing business with them. So I had to find a different strategy entirely that wasn't Upwork, because I wasn't comfortable knowing that anytime my account could be closed, anytime I could lose access to my money, irrespective of the work I've done. And also the competition was, you know, too much, and I can't keep on bidding for contracts just like that. I would prefer that people come to me and say, hey Paul, I want you to do this for me because I think I can negotiate the price. I can tell them the price. That's better for me compared with when I'm the one reaching out to you and telling you I am confident I can do the job. So I think it placed me at a disadvantage. That's what I think. And so I left Upwork and I started putting some strategy in place on Twitter, on YouTube, especially to attract the right kind of clients for me. And I've been doing that ever since, right? I've worked on numerous projects. I started working on a new project today, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to work on another project I'm going to get another project pretty soon. So I get people reach out to me, you know, always, and asking me if I can build their projects or not, even during the holiday. This is 2025 January, so even during the holiday, I got a lot of persons reaching out to me, and that's what I want to show you. I want to show you how you get people reaching out to you instead of you reaching out to people. Go do lead generation and all those other stuff. How to get people reaching out to you instead of you reaching out to them for all those projects. So in order to help you get started with freelancing and Flutterflow, I created this practical guide. It's going to be a 1-hour course, right? And I'm not going to beat around the bush. It's going to be pretty straightforward. So this is what I'm going to show you. I'm going to teach you how you can acquire clients strategically without relying on Upwork or Fiverr or any other freelancing sites to get people to work with. And also, I'm going to show you how to run your discovery call. So it's one thing for you to acquire a customer, it's another thing for you to go through a proper discovery call, know exactly what they want to build and see if you can build it, cost it exactly what's going to look like, tell them the timeline, you know, and tell them when you're going to get started and how you're going to get started. I'm also going to show you pricing. How do you want to price those projects properly so you don't get cheated by your client? And also, I'm going to show you how to onboard your client. You know, does it have to be complex? Can it be way simple? Can it be a lot more simpler than what you're doing right now? I'm going to show you how I onboard clients personally, what kind of communication channel I use, how to make sure that my projects are executed as I went on. And lastly, I'm going to show you how to hand off your project very well. You know, I've met some very difficult clients, right? I've met some very difficult clients. That's why your discovery process has to be really good. I've met people who just kept on adding new features, just kept on adding features to their project, and that project never seems to end. You know, you started a project with one feature, one main feature, and every time the client sleeps and wake up, there's a new feature. Every time they sleep and wake up, there's a new feature. So I'm going to show you how you can avoid that with a contract. You know, I'm going to share with you a contract template. I'm also going to share with you a discovery template at the end of this course. Right, this course is going to be ready 7 days from today. Today is the 6th of January. So I'm offering you this I'm offering you this early bet, so it's just 10 USD, but I'm pretty sure price is going to be, it's going to go up. So depending on when you're watching this video, price is definitely going to go up. So you can jump on it, and I'll definitely share with you and upload it here on Gumroad when the course is ready in 7 days. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions regarding freelancing that you want me to cover, anything around this four phase of freelancing that you want me to cover, feel free to leave it in the comment section, and I'll do well to cover it for you. Thank you very much for watching. I'm open to your questions. I'm open to collaborations, and just ask me anything, right? My community link is down there in the comment section. My community link is down there in the description. Feel free to check it out. If you want to join my community, feel free to check it out. I share nuggets weekly via email, and you might get access to some freebies like templates and a whole lot more. Thank you very much for watching.